Hello, good evening, and welcome back to more Miles Edgeworth. Ace Attorney.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Professional prosecutor.
Well, in this case, he's defending, actually, but...
well, fine.
If it is not related to the case, and the witness who you called will have nothing more than a monumental waste of time.
Prepare yourself for some very appropriate punishment, Miles Edgeworth. Can I prove it? Can I prove that the crystal sphere was dropped before the murder took place? Yes, I can. Can I prove it? That isn't the issue. To simply prove it, that's the only option. That's what he'd do. That's the way Phoenix Wright would do this. Your Honor, allow me to prove something to you. I will prove that this crystal sphere is a vital link to solving this case.
You will do what?
That's look in your eyes. You reminds me of Phoenix Wright when he is cornered. That should come as no surprise. Because right now, I am Phoenix Wright, and I am indeed cornered.
I like how he still keeps such a cool head.
Mm-hmm.
I order you to present your evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Evidence that proves that the crystal sphere was indeed dropped before the murder.
Okay, what's my evidence?
Okay. Around half covered in snow near Dusky Bridge, the night of the crime has blood on it. Alright.
That's what we're looking at right now, but let's...
Right.
Key save?
No.
Okay. So, loss of blood from stab in the back, body fell 10 feet after the death. And we already know that that body falling is from her being shoved out the window. So she was killed in her room, right?
We actually... That's what we've been assuming, but... If this crystal ball is found near the bridge, and it proves that she dropped it before she was killed, then maybe she was actually killed somewhere else.
Wait. Well, according to Bikini, she passed out when she saw...
When she saw the dead body.
The dead body, which Iris was trying to pull the sword out of, right?
Yes. And also the sword...
It was while she was passed out that they took the tracks. Or that they took the snowmobile and made the tracks, right?
It was before then, because it was still snowing at the time. That's why the tracks were covered.
Right. Okay.
And also, we also proved that this sword isn't actually the murder weapon.
Right. Which means that it was stabbed into her after she was already dead, right? So does that mean that perhaps the crystal... No, because she was... It said that she died from loss of blood from being stabbed in the back. That's what the autopsy report says.
Yes. But there's no blood found anywhere other than where she was
on the sword and where she's at. Well, where her body was at in the courtyard.
Yes. So we don't know where the real murder weapon is.
Were they wrong in the assumption that she fell after her death?
Well, we had to
was it
stick
some sort
with...
of weird thing where perhaps she was killed, then thrown out of the room, and then stabbed with the sword to throw everybody off?
I mean, that's obviously likely that she was stabbed with a sword to throw everyone off.
Okay. So where does her staff and subsequently the crystal from it come into play?
That is what we're trying to
It
figure
was
out.
found down near Dusky Bridge. Could it have been thrown there somehow? Or otherwise disposed of, kind of like what Larry was trying to imply? Show the map real quick.
That's where the ball was found.
Right. And the courtyard and everything regarding the actual murder took place like around here-ish, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, given where the ball was found and where it's placed, it would imply that at least left her room at some point during the night.
Wait. You think she's the one who used the snowmobile?
Maybe. Does she know how to use one?
I don't see why not.
I mean, yeah, I suppose.
I think I got it wrong.
Birds of a feather flock together. Are you familiar with this phrase? Miles Edgeworth. I think one such bird is calling for its fellow now.
Go, Reggie. Do it. Prove it. With win.
Here's cheering. It's as though I'm listening to an ominous crow of the ravens.
Yeah, I was wrong.
One more chance,
so
Your Honor.
sorry.
I can't turn back after coming all this way.
What will you do from here? Oh, sorry. That's not...
The time of the murder and when the crystal sphere was dropped. I need to find proof that the latter happened first.
Oh! Okay, I think I got it.
Hmm.
I think it's the weather report. Because Larry said it was covered with snow.
Ah. Half buried.
Yeah. Weather
Which
report.
means that it had to have still been snowing. Because you said it was also there was a little on top that he like wiped off, right?
Yes, but apparently that was not correct.
Oh.
And unless I presented the wrong thing. Weather data. No. Okay.
Is this something really simple, like it's just the staff?
Let's find out. No.
So what... Let's work at this backwards. How can we prove... Well... Okay, thinking about it. What we need to try and prove is that the crystal sphere from her staff was dropped at some point down near Dusky Bridge before she was murdered.
Yes.
And it wasn't moved there afterwards. So, how, like, just throwing out some ideas, how could that have happened? Because this is before the, this is before the bridge was on fire, this is while it was still snowing out, right?
That doesn't help us. Yeah, ring the bell.
Body fell 10 feet after...
Maybe it's the time of the autopsy that'll help us, because then the weather data comes into play. No.
Well...
That's an idea.
It's in her staff, and I was assuming that it must be relatively hard to dislodge, so... It would imply that she must have, like, what, hit somebody with it, I guess? What did you...
I just used the crystal sphere. I was like, what if I just use the crystal sphere? And it worked.
This crystal sphere, it was half buried in the snow, correct?
Yeah, that's right. If it hadn't stopped snowing then it would have been gone forever. Or game over, whatever. The snow would have totally covered it.
That's all I needed to hear from you, Larry.
So, honestly, it sounds like we were on the right track with the weather data, but we just couldn't present the weather data for some reason.
Yeah... Even though that's literally proves what... whatever.
Whatever.
Fine.
Right.
Your testimony makes one thing quite clear.
What?
When the crystal sphere was dropped, it was snowing, even if it was ever so slightly. Snowing? On the other hand, let us look at the scene of the murder. As proven earlier today, there was no snow on the victim's body.
Oh!
Therefore, the crystal sphere must have been dropped before the murder.
Sometimes I question why we have to use
Can I
certain
get a couple of
things.
those?
Yeah, right. Green or red, that's the only I have left. Watermelon or cherry, basically.
Watermelon. What?
What? Order.
Speaking of ordering, I'm hungry. Can we get some chicken nuggets? On the night of the murder, the victim did indeed go to Dusky Bridge.
Is that a no to chicken nuggets?
For right now, Your Honor. Anyway, and there, something occurred that caused the South Crystal Sphere to become loose.
What? What could that have been?
The sphere. There is some blood on it, isn't there? Allow me to raise a certain possibility at this junction. The real crime scene was near the foot of Dusky Bridge. The murder didn't take place in the Hazakura Temple courtyard? Only a fool would suggest such a foolish piece of absolute foolishness. Just who was the fool? And which part is so foolish, Miss Von Karma? Have you been paying any attention this whole time, Miles Edgeworth? The sister saw everything. She saw the victim being killed by the defendant in the Hazakura Temple courtyard. That's not exactly true, now is it?
Here, I'll put it away.
Do you need like a sip of my drink to wash it down or anything?
I'll get some water.
Okay.
Just need to take a hit of the chewing.
Oh, so you get food, but I can't have chicken nuggets?
My apologies, Your Honor. This is simply a stick of gum I'm chewing on. Anyway, to put it more precisely, what she saw was the murder weapon being removed from the victim's body. That's the same thing!
No,
it isn't.
Sorry. It was going automatically, so, and
What?
you were chewing, so.
What?
Yeah.
You said it yourself. Very little blood is actually lost at the moment when a blade's in session. If you were to talk about when the most blood would be lost from a body, that would be when the blade is removed. If that statement is the truth, then Dusky Bridge could very easily be the scene of the murder. The murder weapon was not removed, thus there was no bleeding. You're forgetting one vital and important thing, Miles Edgeworth. Lee Stoneman's body was found in Hazakura Temple. On foot, it takes 15 minutes to travel from Dusky Bridge to Hazakura Temple. You mean to suggest someone carried the body all that way?
And now we use the tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you're chewing.
I've made it this far. The only place to take this is to the end. I just need to prove that my version of the events is also perfectly plausible.
No, if the
Nay,
defense...
not just plausible, but correct.
Yes.
No, if the defense is ready, the court would like to have an explanation. Please show the method which the vital...
Wow, they really like spelling out for us now, huh?
A little bit.
Yeah, like these last few ones are kind of like vague, but this one's like, they're basically just telling you what it is.
On that snowy night, there was one way that a body could have been moved. The snowmobile. Lest we forget, it was moved before the murder.
Mm-hmm. While it was still snowing.
While it was still snowing. Thus, there was only one set of tracks, which are the return.
Mm-hmm.
As we know, the snowmobile was used that night. It was explained as having been used to dispose of the murder weapon. But it could also have been used to carry a body.
Order, order, order! Oh!
This is completely unacceptable, Miles Edgeworth. You've dug yourself into your own grave. What do you mean? The only one who could have used the snowmobile was the defendant. She's the only one who moved the body. Doesn't that put the final nail in your coffin? Heh. You're too late, Francisco Von Karma. And in fact, the defense has proven something else entirely. We've shown that this case requires further investigation. What? Where was the victim, at least Dunham, really killed? If her body was moved, whatever for? And finally, just what does this image mean? Do you even need to think about that? Such a creature could never see the truth, let alone describe it. This witness certainly sits on one of the lowest possible branches of humanity. However, he would never utter a lie that could hurt a girl with whom he is enamored. He drew this, so it is something that actually happened. The defense stands firm on this point.
Edgy. Thank you.
Yes, you may be a lying buffoon, but, well, you wouldn't lie about a woman, especially one you're in love with. So, at least you have that going for you. And therefore, that means that, for whatever reason, this actually means this sketch remains true, to whatever extent that might be.
Well, of course it is. I drew it, didn't I?
Yes, but that... right.
That settles it then. I cannot give a verdict under these circumstances.
Right. I seem to have fulfilled my part in this. It is just as I thought. Franziska von Karma, you make a wonderful partner. Excuse me? That was one reason, and one alone, for me being here. To expose the darkness lurking in this case, and then pass it on to Wright.
Really? That's what this was all about? You could have just told me that from the very beginning. Then I would have had Franny whipping me all day.
Miles Edgeworth, I don't care what you were here to do. This was my chance to finally grind you in my heel. A shame that your chance seems to have slipped you by.
What a shame. Franny!
Francie! This is all your fault. Such a terrible witness. You're an affront to all the legal system stands for. I demand satisfaction. Satisfaction. Oh, jeez. I knew Larry was wit, but holy shit.
Right. I cannot believe that the witness's testimony relates to an actual event. However, there has to be some sort of answer to the question that it raises. If his words here today have been truth or lies, next time we gather in this courtroom, those matters shall be addressed. I am counting on thorough investigations by both the defense and the prosecution.
And with this, the rest is up to you, right?
Court is now adjourned.
But isn't he in the hospital?
Yeah, but I guess he only really had a cold.
I mean, yeah, but like...
So maybe he'd be better, like, after a day. A bed rest.
I don't know, falling 40 feet into a rushing river, I'm pretty sure he sustained a couple of injuries in that.
Maybe. Hottie clinic, oh no.
Oh no, in the intensive care unit?
Oh jeez.
Well, yeah, there's out of the hospital.
Oh, he was...
In the hospital this whole time?
Yeah, remember on the last case when it was with Mia and we saw this image? I guess I never noticed that he was in the hospital.
Yeah.
Oh well. I'm still up at this hour, reading through the trial record of a certain case. It's the first case my mentor, Mia Fey, had ever handled in the court of law. The horrifying truth that I refuse to accept is holding me hostage here within its pages. So this is basically him reading about the case that we did. Dahlia Hawthorne. What I have read, I don't want to believe. What is written here? This isn't the Dahlia I knew. Well, Phoenix, you didn't know the Dahlia when you knew her.
Yeah, also you're a major simp.
Yeah.
So your opinion on this matter doesn't really matter anymore.
Right. Like I thought you knew about Dahlia after the case where Mia defended you. I thought that's when. I guess this whole time he's still been thinking of Dahlia as the person she presented to him. Jeez. After falling into Eagle River, I was somehow miraculously saved. But I ended up catching a cold that seems to knock me around the world and back. I feel dizzy, my ears are ringing, my throat burns, and my head is on fire. But I will recover. I have to recover by this afternoon. I have to meet with the most ill-tempered witness imaginable. But I know that he will be able to help me with him. Somehow.
Oh, is Edgeworth gonna become like Phoenix's partner so we like get to talk to him and whatnot?
I don't know.
Like how Gumshoe was, or maybe Phoenix is like still like 2-6, so it continues to be Miles Edgeworth defending everything in the last case.
I don't know.
In which case, that would actually be really cool.
It would be.
Both options are neat. Right. Are you sure you're well enough to be doing this? You still look a little, green in the face. Or maybe, Viridian in that artist speak lingo y'all use, right?
Actually, my fever's gone down quite a bit.
How's the temperature now?
Only 102.2 degrees. Nothing to worry about.
What? Phoenix, that's precisely what you need to be worrying about. Your body temperature should only be like 98.6. You need to go back to bed.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
I'll be fine.
Right.
Just immediately falls over.
Anyway, I read today's trial record. You weren't bad, Edgeworth. Pretty impressive despite the circumstances.
We're not in the clear yet. The main point of contention tomorrow is going to be the murder weapon.
Yeah.
In the end, the Shito did not deliver the deadly blow, which means there must be another sword hiding out there that we don't know about.
Another sword, huh?
Don't you worry about a thing, pal. I'll dig up the murder weapon myself, or I'll eat my own coat.
Thanks again, Edworth. I'll handle things from here.
Heh, that is probably for the best. Actually, I was thinking about paying the old precinct a little visit. There's something I want to look into.
And that is...
Our client's, background, naturally. You mean Iris, sir? I have a feeling that we've met before. All I want is confirmation, one way or the other. And since I probably won't be getting that from you...
I'm sorry, Edworth.
I bid you adieu, right? Take care. Guess I should get moving too. Huh.
Why? Do you need to be somewhere?
Yeah, I've got to get to work on this bridge, pal. I'm rigging something up so we can get across to the other side.
Ah, that's right. Maya's still stuck over there at the Inner Temple.
Has it been 1 day, 2?
It's been a day.
Okay.
Also, Phoenix, you forgot that Maya was over there? What the hell?
Jeez.
You're supposed to, like, be her, like, best friend or whatever, right?
Something.
Yeah.
Jeez. But don't you worry, pal. As soon as it's all set, you'll be the first to know.
So thank you, Gumshoe.
No problem, pal. Just trying to give me that coffee of yours, alright? Alright, I'm off.
You know, this game started with Phoenix having a cold, and it's ending with Phoenix having a cold. Hang in there, Maya. We'll get you out, I promise. But in the meantime, I've got to continue collecting evidence. Alright, well. That thing looks like it's ready to collapse, at least more than it did before. According to Bikini, Eagle Mountain is very prone to earthquakes. Which reminds me, if my memory served me correctly, Edward isn't exactly a fan of earthquakes. Yeah.
Wonder why.
Maybe because his dad died
In an earthquake? Not from the earthquake itself, but because
Right.
somebody shot him
Like,
after
yeah.
they suffered a mild earthquake that caused the elevator to fail. For
Association.
a while. Yeah, I know. I know.
Right.
It was explained for the audience if for whatever reason they didn't know prior.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Now, it really is more of a dusty bridge than a dusty bridge. That kidnapping incident happened 11 years ago today, so maybe it's cursed too.
11 years ago, not necessarily today. Even so, that would be very interesting if it was on the exact day.
It would be. Hazakura Temple doesn't have a single private phone line, and there aren't any houses in the area, so I guess Bikini is the only one who uses this. I really wish I had brought my cell phone with me.
Why didn't you? Especially after when you went to the hospital.
Right. Looks like it's about 20 yards to that cliff over here, there, but I can't see the Inner Temple from here. I really hope Maya's okay.
20 yards to that cliff?
I guess. There's a narrow path going off in a direction that is off the main hall. Looks like someone's taken effort to write Heavenly Hall on the signpost. Alright, well, might as well look down here. I don't know if there's going to be anything. Looks like no one's here. Larry! Laurice! I'm sure he'd be hiding here. Guess I'll try again later. Look at this graffiti. Scrawled out in front of the shack. At least he managed to get a pretty good likeness. When I really think about it, I guess art kind of suits him. I mean, his very existence is an art of sorts. Yeah.
Well, that's certainly one way to put it.
The snow is really piled up on the straw roof. It's otherworldly, like something out of a fairy tale. Well, the roof part anyway. The sign says Heavenly Hall. I guess it's pretty fitting. If you spend a night at this freezing little shack, you'd probably find yourself at the pearly gates by morning.
Jeez.
Oops. That's Dusky Bridge up there. It's amazing how clearly you can see it from so far away. Larry supposedly saw everything through the shack's window. Not much light gets down here, so it must be pitch black at night. But this area is probably illuminated at night because of the burning bridge above. That stuff's really ruining the peaceful atmosphere around here. It's so inappropriate. Like Sister Bikini in a bikini. Ugh. Gotta think of the kittens. This is the famous Eagle River. I gotta try out its Rough Rapids set.
I know she's short and a little squat, but like, I don't think that... Everybody seems to be giving her a lot of shit, but I don't think she would actually necessarily look that bad in a bikini.
I don't know, man.
Especially if it's one that's like... You know, not like one of the super skimpy ones, but one a little bit more like standard. She'd probably look really nice.
Hmm?
I shrug, but I mean... I don't know, I just feel like it's kind of weird. Everyone keeps giving her shit for it.
Yeah. I gotta try its Rough Rapids the other night. They say it has a really strong current, and And they weren't kidding. He was powerful and fast-flowing. I was dead lucky. I mean, lucky not to be dead.
Yeah.
Is that everything you look at?
I guess inside or back to...
I don't think I can actually go inside, so...
Oh, can you go back to the...
Come on, please! It's for art's sake, I swear!
There's only one guy I know who could be this persistent and high-strung.
I'm talking about the heroine here. The heroine in my book. I'll make you famous. Yeah!
Enough! A fool's fool fools fools who foolishly accept the foolishness of a fool's fool. Wouldn't you agree, Phoenix Wright?
Huh? Me? Wait a second. I know
yes,
you.
what other Phoenix Wright would there be?
I know you. You're... Ow!
Your reflexes of mine need to shape up.
Did Phoenix seriously forget Von Karma?
I know you. Yes, Phoenix, we've had several cases together.
We were like opponents for like a whole year.
Did you forget about me?
I've only been gone for like a
I've
year.
been gone for like a few months. I was on vacation. Well, sort of.
Then again, he did just forget about his own protege over across the cliff, so maybe he just has like onset Alzheimer's or something.
I don't know, not Alzheimer's. Oh, what was it? Amnesia, right? Yes, that's yeah. Ay. Anyway.
Did you already read the line?
Yeah.
Okay. My brain's flying like the sunny side up, and you want me to grill over a name?
Yes, you. Did you forget me?
Who are you again? Ah! Oh, the whip. And then like it all comes flowing back into him.
Like we
all
actually
the...
see like a bunch of like purple like data just.
Yeah, like all the times he got whipped in court, it just
Right.
like something comes flowing back into his brain.
Franziska! Von Karma never fails.
Yeah.
Francie, you can't do that.
Don't call me that.
Even as we speak, Nick's on the brink of death. There, so I'm told.
Whip a dead horse. Isn't that one of your American sayings?
No, it's not. I'm not on the brink of anything.
Come on, Nick. Tell her, wouldn't you?
Alright, fine. The saying is actually beating a dead horse.
Tell her she needs to be a model for my new picture book. Fancy Whippity Whip Trip. Yeah.
Before you ask me to model, learn to at least give a semi-coherent testimony.
And before that, you have to learn how to live a semi-coherent life, Larry.
I don't care what everyone says. I'm telling the truth. I saw what I saw. She flew, I'm telling you. Whoosh! Just like that dude with the red underwear.
Dude with a red underwear. You know, like Superman?
That's the only one I could think of that has red underwear, I guess, as a superhero costume.
Yeah.
Don't think I'm gonna ever forgive you guys when you come crawling back to apologize.
Off he goes.
It's amazing how little has changed with you in the past year, Phoenix, right?
What's going on? Have you been in Germany all this time?
That's right. Extending my perfect win record, naturally.
Oh, joy. Sounds like she hasn't changed a bit. Wait, you don't have a bird record anymore. I beat you every single time. Well, except for the last time. But that guy deserved to go into jail, so...
I mean... Something starting fresh, so maybe in Germany she still has a perfect record?
I mean, yeah, probably. Has it really been a year since we first met?
I am Franziska von Karma, the prodigy.
I see.
I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason. Revenge.
Franziska was born and raised in Germany, and became a prosecutor at the age of 13.
What?
Her father was the legendary prosecutor Manfred von Karma. Oh, jeez, I forgot how fucking scary he looks from the front.
It looks like he'd beat you to death with a crowbar.
Yeah. He had a perfect win record for 40 long years, but now he is gone from this world. Is he dead? I thought he was just in jail.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Don't tell me you still hold a grudge against me because of what happened to your father.
Phoenix writes, "You will fall before me. This I promise. But it will be for my sake, not my father's. Are we clear?"
Yes, Crystal. I think that's kind of like... I don't think she has like such animosity towards him anymore. I think now it's kind of more like a friendly rivalry.
Also, I think she's like, don't bring my father into this, please. I hate him just as much as you do.
Yeah, it's like that man is a criminal and a murderer. I will have no association with him. Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we should probably end the episode.
Alright.
See you guys next time.
Bye.